Previously on Feed the Beast.
I mean, it's not completely useless, but I think I can talk to it.
I have a grenade. Does anyone... No? Okay.
I'll try and get this door open. 35. 35.
I loosened it for you.
So I will take out Buzzy thing here. If someone wants to take a run at camera.
Now!
Alright, so...
I'm authorized to use deadly force, and I've got a bot on the way backing me up. Bullets go hammering into lab equipment above your head.
Babe, I think it's time for you to bail, yeah? And takes out his sword and points the sword out into the corridor. Babe, you're good. You're fucking better. Now.
You've bought yourself some time. After 5 minutes, you realize you forgot to attach a piece of hardware.
On the other side, you just hear, ah!
I imagine, like, after, like, Destiny backs away, Sprocket's just like, oh my, and, like, jumps and, like, runs up to Wax and is just, like, jumping all over. That was so cool, man. Did you see that? We went, and she was just like, oh,
Reload.
Do I need to make another
reload
check?
your shit?
Yes, okay.
You need to make another check.
Okay, just mumbling to himself. Don't even forget that. You just, it's a simple thing and you didn't have a come. Get your head in the game, Spitfire. Come on.
So, yeah, I'm going to take this time to reload
Yep.
my gun.
16.
Fuck, me.
Fuck, I'm getting closer.
You lose another 5 minutes.
Getting closer.
Anything you two want to do with your 5 minutes?
Yeah, go over and help
Hey,
him.
Wax, can I have a bit of help here? I can't fucking crack this door.
Bro, yeah, I got you. I'm going to scanner around the door.
Hit me with a scanner roll as well.
That is 10 for scanner.
10 total? So
10 total.
20 meters.
Yep.
There is a node in the seed vault.
How far?
10 meters.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, peace. I'm going to head up to that node. Just fucking cover me, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And Wax is going to fucking shoof it up to upstairs and to that node.
So you hoof it up a flight of stairs. It doubles back on itself. Come through a glass door with "Working Together for a Better Tomorrow" printed on it. Halfway down the corridor is the sysadmin's office for this side of the building. The door is mechanically locked.
Fucking Christ.
The door has 15 hit points. You could force it with a body of 8.
I have a body of 8.
Sprocket.
So you hear a voice come down the hallway, yeah?
Finally, we're in the game, Vlad. And she, like, springs up the stairs. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
So Spitfire, in the meantime, he just lets out a sigh, hunkers himself down so he can see where he thinks they're going to come from. He takes out the ordinary arrow that he's got, pops it back, and then grabs an arrow. It's bright purple on the end, and these are his poison arrows.
Ooh, nasty.
And he nooks one in and just has it trained ready.
Make your next check for me, please, while these two run upstairs.
Yeah! Spitfire's in the game.
We're in business?
Hell yeah.
10 minutes later, you get the door open. But meanwhile, you arrive in the second floor of the lab. Much like the first, it's all arcane equipment, but there's a small room with computer equipment which you can see into through a tiny little window, which is locked.
Sprocket.
Yes.
Break.
Yes, finally.
What's your body score?
It's 8.
Do you kick it? Do you shoulder it? How do you relieve the door of its...
Yeah, I think she's going to grab Vlad, quickly palm him off onto Wax.
He just holds it in the palm of his hand.
Yeah, and she's going to basically back herself up a little bit and take a running start at the door and basically shoulder it open.
The area around the lock just smashes and the lock remains attached to the door jamb as the rest of the door swings open. It's a sysadmin's office with some computers and a bunch of servers against one wall and a whiteboard on the far wall as you come in.
Wax will bring his palm up to his face to get close to Vlad. Be like, do you see that? That's your mom. Anyway, don't tell her I talked to you.
I'll be taking Vlad, please.
As you come out, he'll pass over
Yeah.
Vlad and head straight in to find the access point
Cool.
to fucking start running.
Make me a perception check.
19.
The whiteboard has a sticky note on it.
Oh, sweet. It's got passwords.
It's got all the passwords on it. Yeah.
Remember to pick up milk.
That's the good thing about going into the sysadmin's office rather than anywhere else in the building.
Question, does it have all the passwords, as in big seed vault passwords?
No, it has the passwords to the net
Okay,
architecture.
great. Cool,
Yeah.
cool, cool.
which is still good.
Let's dive in. I'm going to jack in. Goggles go down. Deck swings around from the back. It looks a bit like it's a guitar sort
Yeah.
of move
Right.
action.
You drop into the Biotechnica lobby. Now, the lobby is just like the architecture in the building. Plants sprouting from the earth to form the walls of the architecture. As your feet land on the first level, flowers bloom from the walls as the architecture completes around you.
Is that not gross?
Ding, 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 ding.
It's not gross.
Welcome to Biotechnica. Password, deviate.
I'm going to look at the sticky note and
tap.
bring it up to like if the visor kind of has the password in front. I'm going to put the sticky note like align it on my visor, and then I am going to Pathfind.
Hit me with a Pathfinder roll.
Hey! Woo! Hey!
I'm going to Pathfind on 24.
Oh,
Cool.
she...
Next floor has a password, making the full thing redundant.
The next floor has a wisp.
Oh.
Then there's a password.
Great.
Even though you know the passwords, Pathfinder doesn't get through it. So the next floor is a wisp. Wisps will try to hurt your brain and reduce the number of net actions you get next turn.
Yeah, I'm going to activate armor.
Uh,
Armor program.
A steely, glowing armor.
Bronze kind of armor appears around Wax.
Well, you can see it.
Yeah, well, that's right. Wax looks really cool somewhere.
Nice.
Wax is in the sysadmin's office, working away, goggles on. You're like, pretty redundant here. In the
I'm
next
sure
30
he is
seconds.
looking cool somewhere.
So,
I could use the protection while
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
dealing
going
with the
to
door.
go. I'm going to go run downstairs. Do I have time to do much?
when you get back down,
Yeah.
Spitfire is still working through this 10-minute bypass of the door.
Good news, Sprocket. I'm actually doing it correct now.
It's just a matter of time. Net running, pretty damn quick.
Yes.
We're going to put you to Sprocket
On the bench.
and Spitfire. We're going to put you on the bench for a minute.
Yep.
And we're going to focus on
Nettown.
Nettown. Next round.
I'm going to use my first action to activate my Talaria, also known as Speedy Gonzalez, because Wax is cool. He's made his own version of Speedy Gonzalez, which he's named Talaria. Talaria are the type of winged sandals that Greek gods wore. The Hermes
Hermes.
wore.
Hermes War.
Yep.
The messenger of the gods.
That's right.
Conrad.
Boo.
That's what he looks like when he's gone fast.
Nice.
He has little winged
Nice.
feet. Second thing is he's, as a free action, going to go down to the next floor with the Wisp.
Boom. Try and outspeed the Wisp.
That's why I've got the Talaria active.
10.
10.
Defender
wins.
Fender wins. So
that's me.
You drop down, and the crackling ball of energy with a single eye in its center turns to face you. But you are quick enough to avoid its initial blast of energy that crackles towards you. What do you do?
I'm going to draw my sword, which is golden or bronze almost, and destroy it, hopefully.
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 De-res it.
Oh, 3 on its defense roll.
-4.
Oh, wait, mine's a 1 as well. So I have to re-roll mine to take away. So
It is, actually.
-4, yeah.
Defender wins.
Yay!
Yay!
Your sword crackles off the
We're both
outside of the wisp.
incompetent.
Both terrible. I mean, I'm not sure wisps, like AIs, can be incompetent. They're just badly programmed.
I've used my sword.
Yeah.
I can't use it again.
Nope. You could try and slide.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm going to slide.
When a netrunner slides, they try and leave the black ice behind them on the current floor. They do so by trying to beat the perception check of the black ice they're sliding past.
Nice.
10.
10.
You can't slide past it.
That's my 3 actions.
It follows you down to the password level and then tries to attack you. 10.
Yeah, it beats me.
God, you're rolling good.
4. Damage sizzles through the neurons in your brain, and you have 1 less action this turn.
I soak it with my armor.
How does your armor function? Does it just absorb a set amount of damage, set
It
a number of
absorbs
attacks.
4 points of brain damage once per turn.
Cool.
Well, it's perfectly suited for
So
this.
it just crackles into your armor. You are fine, and you don't even take the effect of. Oh no! Wait, the effect still hits you.
Yes.
Just takes the damage. It protects those neurons, but the dizzying effect still dazzles you slightly. And here you are on level 3 with a password of Deviate blocking your attempt.
Do I have the password
You
on
do.
my sticky
You
note?
got this password as well.
Fantastic.
I'm going to use an action to open that thing, and I'm going to do something super fucking risky. I'm going to slide.
Its perception roll is 6.
I beat it by 1 point.
So you leave the wisp back on level 3.
This is why I'm saying I'm doing something potentially dangerous. I'm sliding past and going down.
Left or right?
I needed to do with... Well, I did a massive pathfind, and it got me nowhere because the password had doors. I am going to go left.
You slide your way onto a password floor.
Oh, good.
Hey. Yeah.
I'm going to open it.
Cool. That's your first net action. You type off the password from the
Let's
sticky note
pathfind.
and roll your pathfind.
That's a 9.
The next 4 floors are an asp,
Mm-hmm.
a control node
Mm-hmm.
for one of the now defunct
Drones.
drones,
Drones.
with an imp sitting on it,
Yep.
not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
2 files, the seed vault documentation, and
That's
the
good.
plans for the building detailing where all the security measures and cameras are.
Also good.
Would have been nice earlier.
Would have been nice earlier.
Yeah. Tells you if there's any static defenses that you haven't come across.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to chill for a round.
You take a second,
Compose myself.
compose yourself. You're ready to dive further into this piece of architecture.
Have I found the bottom of this place? Have I hit the bottom?
How many? We said you had 4?
4.
You don't know.
Okay, cool. Whether I leave a virus or not. I am going to dash and ditch.
Cool. We reset to the new round, new 3 second. You get 3 actions. Go for it.
I head down past the asp.
You drop to the asp. You're going to need to try and outspeed it.
Yep. I've got my Tiaria, Speedy Gonzalez up.
It rolled a 1, so it's 7.
Minus.
Now becomes a 0.
Okay, I rolled a 7, so I'm at +2, +4.
You rolled a 0. If
Yeah.
you
So
can beat that,
13, yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
is-
beat it.
Yeah. Your second to compose yourself is very valuable because you just fly past that asp.
The digital world, the digital layers keep going further down as he goes past the asp. And he's just like, fuck off. I'm not trying to slide past it.
No,
it can
it
follow
doesn't.
me.
It will snake through the architecture after you, but its initial strike at your cyber deck, easy.
Much better encounter with the asp.
See what the imp is up to. Hey, imp. Bye.
Yeah, the imp doesn't get free shots
No.
at you. It doesn't work that way.
No.
It's not programmed to do that.
It's a demon, not
Yeah.
black ice.
It will try and kind of chase you around and poke you with its zap, but it ain't black ice.
No. I am going to grab the documents on that floor.
So that's a DV8. As you begin passing around the protection on the documentation file, a Netrunner drops into the floor with you. He looks young. 17, probably. And he's got a full body weight suit on. And he slips onto your floor and he goes, "Hey!
Sup, bruh?
Shit.
Brah.
Dude.
Dude.
What's up?
Hey, man.
Hey, man.
Wax, right?
Yeah, man. What's your handle?
Highwire.
Hi, Wyatt. How you doing, man?
Good, I'm good. I'm actually a big fan.
Thanks, man.
You look like you're in the sysadmin's office, it looks like.
Yeah.
You missed. They had a work outside initiative. There's a garden like 30 meters north of the main entrance where, they could sit outside and, tap at their laptops and you can get in the net from there. That's where I'm sitting. Can you believe you missed that?
Fuck.
You are good, but you're not as good as your dad.
Hey,
He's famous. Are you running with his deck?
look, are you here to fucking kill me, or what's the deal here?
It's just one
Professional courtesy.
professional to another,
For sure, man. All right.
I just wanted to know, is that his deck? Can I get a look?
Yeah. No, you can't.
That's all I wanted to know. And he hits a button on his deck, and materializing from the feet upwards is a figure in a 3-piece suit.
What?
Glowing incandescently. As its face appears, it is the unmistakable kabuki masked version of Rach Bartmoss himself.
Holy shit.
It's a rabbit.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Oh Yeah, that is
Holy
the
shit.
correct fucking response.
As in
is holy shit.
As in the Bartmoss that basically left a whole virus in the net that
The
fucked
author of the data crash itself.
Yep.
Holy.
Here he
Fuck.
is. Can you outspeed him? He's got a speed of 10.
Well,
Can you outspeed 16?
No.
He hits you with a kind of special super glue. It sears around you, and the thing that you notice, unlike another kind of super glue, is that it turns off your motor cortex as well, and you flop to the ground.
What?
You can't move through the architecture. You couldn't even crawl away from it unsafely if you wanted to. You're stuck.
Yeah.
You're stuck in this net.
still conscious? Like still...
Still conscious. And then the rabbit turns to look at Highwire and goes,
And that'll do from you too, kid.
points at him, fires a bolt which zaps into his head. It looks a little bit like a nerve scrub of some kind.
Oh,
Still standing there, Highwire, the light just goes out of his eyes.
Yep.
And he just stands there.
Fuck.
What the fuck is happening?
Jesus
Rabbit-
fucking Christ.
Rabbit just sighs to himself.
Oh, that kid is so fucking annoying. Oh, and I have been in his deck for a week. How's it going, kid?
Yeah, cool, man. Yeah. It's chill.
I know it's not chill. You are fucking terrified right now, I can tell. And you should be. I am bad news.
I mean, I'm a big fan.
I know.
good. Good.
I mean, who wouldn't be, right? I mean,
Of course. I mean, and massaging my ego is probably a good way to go, seeing as I have you pretty much
pretty dead to rights.
Dead to rights.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
right. That's a good way
Yeah,
of
man.
putting it.
Yeah,
That's-
man.
That's a good way of putting it. Now, I have respect for runners like you. You're a punk. This kid, he sold out. He's
Sure,
working for
sure.
Biotechnica.
Yeah.
And it's gross. I hate that.
Yeah.
So for you, I'm gonna level, all right? This kid, he comes in after I've been bouncing around some isolated Biotechnica server for God knows how long, and he pops in working for Biotechnica, and he says he can get me to Biotechnica HQ, and Daddy, that's what he tasked me with, wrecking house in Biotechnica. He just wants one thing.
right.
He wants me to flatline some netrunner that he's gonna lure with a bit of leaked info. That's you.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense for sure.
So, out of respect, I tell you what the go is, right? I don't like this kid very much, so I thought maybe you might be able to give me a counter offer.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
What are you in the market for? I guess.
I'm telling you, I want a way onto Biotechnica HQ to tear it to shreds. I have a score to settle, or Daddy does.
So you want to ride on my deck?
Yeah. Hey, tell you what. Drop me on CityNet, put me on the public server, and I'll do the rest. How does that sound?
Sounds like a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
You're frozen for the next 15 minutes while he loads himself onto your deck.
Yep.
He takes up 3 slots. You have one free slot?
I
The
have.
destroy
I had
program?
one free. I have 2 free slots.
You have 2 empty
'Cause
slots.
Two empty
one
slots.
got destroyed.
One got destroyed, and I carried an empty just in case.
He goes onto the that other slot, and then a third one he destroys at random. How many slots are left? 6?
5 would be left.
The 5th slot, he just overwrites.
There's my armor.
It is deeply unpleasant as one of the most powerful AI ever created.
Yep. Just takes me for a fucking puppet.
Jesus.
Yeah,
This is
and
like making
just-
a deal with the devil. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
The AI devil. The
Yeah.
robot devil.
Yeah. He had me fucking dead to rights.
Yeah.
What are you going to do? Say, nah.
Yeah. He fucking just.
I
Kill
see.
you.
Yeah. He fucking iced me.
But he does need a way out. So.
They have their own agenda.
Yeah.
Each of them wants something that Barmos tasked them with.
Okay. I'm going comatose for a couple of minutes, guys. I'll see you on the other side.
Yeah, chill. I'm sure nothing bad will happen to us either.
While this is happening, we nip back to downstairs to Spitfire, and 10 minutes later, you crack open the door to the seed vault.
No one's come in yet. The
Haven't heard
can't
from
hear
anyone.
the car.
Can't hear the car yet. The doors hiss open, and you have access to the seed vault, which despite its moniker, is not a vault in the traditional sense, like a bank vault with a vast circular door that slides open, but is in fact a highly advanced genetic research lab and cold storage system.
Right.
It raises 3 floors overhead, and standing in the center, dominating the space, is a cylinder that hums quietly, even in its dormant state. It looks cold, with condensation beating on the outside. Mounted into it, in numbered rows, are canisters, about 40 in total. A ring of steel machinery sits idle around the base of the cylinder, and facing the whole apparatus is an array of command consoles and displays of intimidating complexity. This appears to be the control console for the seed vault itself. The rest of the lab is given over to an arcane collection of refrigeration units, computers, centrifuges, powered microscopes, and other less readily identifiable equipment. And the air that flows out of the room is cool, crisp, and odorless.
Holy shit. Spitfire, he hasn't taken his eyes off that centerpiece, and he just kind of puts his crossbow onto his back there and just starts walking forward towards the complex machinery.
Lucky you. The automated turret that's positioned immediately above the door fires a biotoxin flechette into the ground next to you as you step into the room.
Fuck. And he just realizes that he didn't even begin to look around. He was
Jesus
drawn
Christ.
straight to there. And
You're like, wow, machine.
yeah. And he's like, right, protocol. Okay.
As the next flechette is chambered, you have time to take cover.
Yeah.
Now, you surmise that it has poison flechettes to avoid too much damage to the machinery.
In for a penny, in for a pound. So he's going to quickly find a point to quickly get some cover on the inside.
You see that. You see...
Yeah.
And he go, whoa, and run in and dive behind a lab bench.
He quickly swaps out a poison for a normal arrow.
Yep, it's 12 meters away.
And he's gonna swing out to pop his head up and just get a crossbow shot straight in.
DV13. I really wish it hadn't rolled a 1 on the first round, because it's basically nullified now.
28.
Yep.
Yeah, you hit it. Damage, please.
7.
Off 4 dice.
7.
Jesus Christ.
You put an arrow into it. Great. It's a piece of rotating machinery.
He ducks back. Did I destroy it?
No.
You stroll in
Yeah.
and look up, and there is a turret that is quickly rechambering around to fire a flechette, which is a small armor-piercing dart.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in that case, can you destroy it?
There is how you say magic word?
Or I'll die?
Yeah, close enough. Get a bit closer to it.
15 at this range.
Line up a shot and go for it.
Blasting it with a shotgun.
17 to hit.
Nice.
Hits, yep.
Come on. 18.
Much
damage.
better than me.
You obliterate it with a slug, removing the danger. That was another kind of few seconds. Sorry, Wax. Meanwhile, you're upstairs in a very awkward pose,
Floppy.
collapsed, floppy over where you were running the net.
Yeah, it's cool.
It feels like something sliming into your brain.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Spitfire's immediately going to check out his surroundings to see if there's any other nasty surprises waiting to grab them.
No more emplaced defenses in this room. Thank goodness.
Okay. So until people come to kill us, we're pretty much all good to go. Now what?
Well, there's a present I would like to look at, and hopefully nothing else shoots my head in.
I love presents.
First thing you're going to have to do is get acquainted with this thing.
Yes.
It's a piece of really advanced tech, and you don't have the documentation for it.
I mean, it's possibly from when he was born, kind of
Yeah.
thing. This is like he might recognize it from or just that kind of architecture.
Well,
he
it's a
grew up-
basic tech check. It's
Yeah.
going to take you 10 minutes to try and get yourself acquainted with it.
Alrighty. 18.
As you are bringing the console online, Wax, you feel the rabbit stretch itself in your brain and get itself acquainted.
So, what are we doing in here?
Comfy.
A little restrictive. This deck is not as advanced as I thought they'd be by 2045.
Yeah. Time is weird. We're
vintage.
still in the net.
You are, yeah.
Well, I'm going to grab this documentation.
Oh, this one? You want anything else from in here?
Yeah, do you mind the stuff down below?
He gives you the file from below as well, which is the building plans. You now have the Seavold documentation and the building plans. And then he's like,
Oh, sorry.
you feel pins and needles go through every nerve as your motor cortex reactivates and you get control of your body back.
I literally got shivers from that. It's very unpleasant.
I just want to touch base before, we continue. Please don't do that to me again.
Oh, okay. Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure. We done in here?
Yeah, man.
Okay. Let's roll.
I'm going to jack out.
This is the weirdest fucking buddy cop movie ever.
Do you disconnect from your cyber deck?
Yeah.
Oh, that is nice. No more Bart Moss in your brain for the time being, but you feel like a lingering.
I was going to say, can he always feel?
No, only if he jacks onto his deck.
That's right.
If he wants to, you just
Throw the deck away.
Yeah.
Buy a new one.
yeah.
That's something that could happen.
Do you want to do that?
You groggily step out into the corridor, and your agent speaks to you. Hey,
Sup, babe?
sorry, Wax. I know you're on mission, and I know that was pretty gnarly, but I just got a message, and I thought you'd want to know. It's from your deck. It's from Daedalus.
Yeah.
Do you want me to save it for later?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll remind you once you're out of Dodge. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah, babe. It's cool. It's cool. I'm chill,
I know, of course you are.
I'm
Look,
wax.
you're shaking
I'm
it
chill.
up.
I'm
You're
good.
You're
It's
good.
fine.
You're wax. You're
babe.
wax.
It's
Let's
cool.
finish
It's
the
cool. Let's
job.
fucking do
Let's
this thing.
finish the job.
Guns up, nuts up. Let's fucking do this thing. All right, fucking do it. All right. He's gonna pull out his pistol, pull out his sword in the other hand, and try and use violence to make him feel like a bit of a man again.
So
That sounds healthy.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Alright.
it just?
down comes Wax. He looks a little bit shaken up.
Sup?
Have I got into the...
You're halfway through getting yourself acquainted with the system.
Wax,
Sup?
you look like shit.
Yeah, Netrunning, right?
I don't know. We got into Vault and there was turret that shot at us, but is go bye-bye now. And
It sparks from the ceiling.
everything's clear sailing until someone comes to kill us.
So, a few things to know. Number one, I've lost an arrow, because I don't think I can get that back. Number two, this shit is about, 20 years old, maybe. This is pre-war tech, baby. I mean, it's a little bit rusty, but, I'm starting to get the hang of it, so just give me a little bit more time, and I can get the juices flowing in this bad boy, and we can figure out what we're working with.
Yeah, I might have something to help with that.
What's your voice of your agent?
Sassy, for lack of a better term, manic pixie dream girl vibe.
Wax's agent. You got something for me, I hear.
Because that's in my head. So I've got an internal agent. It can voice out though, can't it?
Sure. I mean, it can voice out on Wax's agent.
Oh,
it can
as
come
well.
out through
I
there.
mean, they're
Great.
little,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
little AIs,
They're
right?
speaking
They're
to
little
each other.
AIs. They're
Yeah.
talking to each other.
Yeah.
And you guys hang out. They're like, hey, pass it over.
And then the breathy one of Wax is like,
Oh, good. Phil gets to play with himself.
Yeah. sure.
Reword that, Sean. Reword
No.
that.
And your agent, hey, look at all this. It's technical documentation.
Holy shit! How did you get
is-
this?
Well, Wax's
No, I'm
agent.
talking. I'm talking to Wax.
Oh, sorry, darling.
That's all right. How did you? This is everything.
Bruh.
Perception checks.
I spent 20 minutes getting
Netrunning.
21.
Like some minuses, some zeros.
You're just like, my brain, my motor cortex,
Yeah.
why?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's
16.
even a point of like, I wonder if my agent's infected.
Oh.
Yeah.
21.
You're the first one to hear the car pull up, and you know that reinforcements are on their way. The file gives you access straight through that first procedure,
Beautiful.
and you can very quickly bring everything online, shortcuts that extra 5 minutes. The next step is going to be restoring power properly to the entire apparatus and bringing its private mini reactor online. With the documentation, that's going to take you 10 minutes.
All right, guys and girls, a few things to point out. Number one, I just heard that corridor, which means we're going to get firepower, and I mean firepower, at our heels very closely. Now, I can get through this with a lovely present there from Wax, about most likely 10 minutes, so I need to deal with this. Can you make sure I don't get another poison shot to the head, or any of you, really?
The cover here is going to be a little bit better, as the steel wall either side of the vault door is thick steel, 50 HP.
Thick steel. Nice.
Thick steel. It's the best cover in the whole damn building.
Great.
Yes. I'm going to take cover at the door.
Both at the door, ready to cover and give Spitfire ample room and time to do his thing.
You hear the booted feet echoing down the corridor. They take position behind a pair of concrete pillars 30 meters away at the end of the corridor. Their SMGs poke out from behind cover. You hear a female voice yell down the corridor, "Come out with your hands up!"
Can you tell him to fuck off?
Our friend tells you to fuck off.
Which is to say, no, sorry. She makes like a face at Wax, like a, what do you want me to say?
You hear ping of a pin popping,
Shit.
and you're going to have to roll initiative. Roll to Cast Feed the Beast is a Baby Beard media production. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and all our podcasts are on Spreaker, Spotify, YouTube, and all good podcatchers. You can support us on Patreon at www.patreon.com/babybeard. Cyberpunk Red and all associated properties are trademark of our Talsorian Games. Used with permission. Roll to Cast is made possible by the support of patrons like Elliot Jay O'Neill. Thank you.